The king who rotted alive, history's most gruesome death. Imagine a king wrapped in alcohol-soaked bandages, set ablaze and left to rot alive, the narrator grimly explained. This isn't a medieval horror story. This actually happened, and it might be the most bizarre royal death in history. This is the gruesome tale of Charles the Bad, the king who died in flames and flesh. The year is 1387. The Black Death had ravaged Europe. The 100 Years' War between England and France was in full swing, and amidst the chaos ruled a cunning, manipulative king, Charles II of Navarre, known to his people as Charles the Bad. Why the Bad? He earned it. Born in 1332, Charles was king of Navarre, a small kingdom in what is now northern Spain. But his ambitions stretched far beyond his borders. He played France and England like pawns, constantly switching alliances. He plotted assassinations, sparked rebellions, and even tried to claim the French crown. To his enemies, he was a snake. To his people, a tyrant. To historians, he was a walking powder keg of treachery. But even kings are mortal. By the late 1380s, Charles the Bad was a shadow of his former self, weak, ill, and bedridden. Some say he was paralyzed. Others claim he was suffering from a degenerative disease. Doctors, in their medieval wisdom, offered a bizarre treatment. Wrapped the king's body in linen bandages soaked in brandy. The alcohol, they believed, would warm him from the inside out. And here's where history takes a dark, almost absurd turn. After wrapping Charles head to toe in flammable bandages, a servant, perhaps a monk, needed to cut off the excess linen. But instead of scissors, he used a candle. Whoosh! In an instant, the King of Navarre was engulfed in flames. The screams echoed through the palace halls. Servants rushed in, panicking, trying to put out the fire. But it was too late. Charles the Bad burned alive, trapped in his own linen shroud. Some say he lived for hours afterward, wounded, blistering, flesh-peeling, rotting away inch by inch until death finally came. A king, literally rotting alive. Here's where things get murky. Was it truly a mistake, or was it revenge? After all, Charles had made countless enemies, betrayed allies, poisoned nobles, and stolen lands. Could one of them have slipped the candle intentionally? Historians can only speculate. But for a man known as the Bad, a death this brutal almost seems poetic. Charles II's death sent shockwaves through Europe. Chroniclers didn't hold back. They called it divine punishment. A king who burned from the inside out. A symbol of corruption, greed, and betrayal, consumed by his own wickedness. Even today, his story is remembered not for his politics or power, but for the night he went up in flames, and so ended the life of Charles the Bad, the king who rotted alive. History is full of strange deaths, but few are as gruesome, bizarre, or unforgettable as this. If you enjoyed this tale, subscribe for more dark and fascinating stories from the past, and let us know in the comments, was it karma or cold-blooded murder?